If you're thinking about moving to Tampa, Florida, but you're not sure where to live, this is the video for you. Most people relocating into Tampa Bay start by looking at places like Tampa or St. Petersburg or another master plan community. But after helping so many people move here from places like California, New York, Massachusetts, Texas, and beyond, I've noticed something interesting. The town that people end up loving the most usually is not the one that they expected before they got here. And one of the biggest mistakes I see relocation buyers making is choosing a house on the internet before we talk about what their lifestyle is. So today I'm going to help you avoid that mistake by showing you some of the best small towns near Tampa that many relocating buyers just overlook. Whether you're looking for a walkable downtown or more space, a waterfront lifestyle, any of these places may be exactly what you're looking for. And if you're moving from California, New York, Massachusetts, or another high-cost state, pay close attention to Dunedin and Lutz, because those are two of the areas my relocation buyers ask about most. Hi, I'm Jennifer Messina with Keller Williams Tampa Properties. My team and I help people relocate to the Tampa Bay every week, and these are some of the communities that consistently rise to the top. So let's start with my favorite small walkable town in the Tampa area. It's called Dunedin. If someone tells you they don't want a walkable downtown with character, Dunedin is usually one of the first places I show them. It's located just north of Clearwater, and Dunedin has a vibrant downtown filled with local restaurants, breweries, coffee shops, boutiques. There's always some sort of festival or community event going. It also has the Pinellas Trail running right through the heart of downtown. What I love about Dunedin is that people actually use the downtown. You'll see people walking, biking, golf carting, grabbing dinner, and spending time outside year-round. In fact, right now, I'm working with an out-of-state buyer from California who specifically wants that Dunedin lifestyle. Last week, I previewed a home for her that was listed at $310,000. Has 2 bedrooms and 1 bath with just 959 square feet, but it's located about 1 mile from downtown Dunedin. Now, 310 might sound a lot for a house that is that size, but it had been tastefully remodeled. It sits at the end of a quiet street and has exactly the kind of charm that she's looking for. She's coming from San Diego, so she couldn't believe she could still find a remodeled home with character close to the vibrant downtown for $310,000. That's why so many relocation buyers are attracted to Dunedin. It's not just about the house, it's all about the lifestyle. The trade-off is Dunedin is no secret. Homes close to downtown, the Pinellas Trail, and the water are in high demand. If you're relocating from somewhere that has a true town center and you don't want to give that up, Dunedin deserves a spot on the top of your list. Next up is Safety Harbor. Now, Safety Harbor is a little bit smaller, a little bit quieter, and a little bit more tucked away than Dunedin, but it's exactly why people love it. In fact, my favorite pizza place is called Nona Slice. It's in Safety Harbor. It has a cute little downtown, has waterfront parks, there's a marina, a strong sense of community. I had a relocation buyer from out of state who absolutely fell in love with the home in Safety Harbor. Family could already picture themselves living there. However, during our due diligence, we discovered that the property had a remediated sinkhole. If you're not from Florida, that's one of the things that can raise questions about insurance, resale value, and future marketability. For my clients, it wasn't something they wanted to take on, so we kept on looking. If you need to know more about sinkholes, that's a whole different conversation. You can give me a call and we'll talk about that. Eventually, they ended up finding a home in Dunedin and they couldn't be happier. So if you're relocating to Florida and wondering about things like sinkholes and flood zones and insurance, that's exactly the kind of stuff my team help buyers navigate every single day. Feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to answer your questions. So, one thing I always tell my relocation buyers is not to fall in love with the house. Fall in love with the right community first. From Safety Harbor, you're close to Tampa, you're close to the airport, you're close to Clearwater, and to St. Pete. So if you're looking for a quieter lifestyle with character, Safety Harbor is actually really tough to beat. It's very cute. Lutz. Now let's talk about Lutz. Most people say Lutz. I'm probably biased because it's where I live, but there's a reason I chose it. Lutz gives you something that's harder to find in the Tampa Bay area, and that is space. In Lutz, you're going to find larger lots, mature trees, you'll have acreage properties, and neighborhoods that don't feel like they're just packed on top of each other. Then you have communities like Cheval, Calusa Trace, and Van Dyke Farms that offer more traditional suburban lifestyle. At the same time, you're close to great restaurants, shopping, Veterans Expressway, and the Tampa International Airport. Now, one of the biggest surprises for my relocation buyers is how quickly you can go from a quiet road lined with oak trees to everything you need for daily life. So if you're moving from somewhere that values a little bit of breathing room, Lutz definitely deserves a look. Now, Odessa is right next door to Lutz. If Lutz offers space, Odessa takes it to another level. This is where you'll find actually lakefront homes, equestrian properties, luxury estates, and a lot more privacy. You also have communities like Starkey Ranch, which is a master plan community with trails and parks and community events and resort style amenities. That's what makes Odessa so unique. You can choose acreage and property, or you can choose a highly amenitized community. Either way, you're going to get that lifestyle that feels very different from city living. Next up, small town, Palm Harbor. Palm Harbor is another favorite among relocation buyers. If you're close to Dunedin, you're close to Tarpon Springs, you're close to the beaches, and you're close to some fantastic golf courses. Palm Harbor doesn't have the same walkable downtown as Dunedin, but it offers a lot more housing variety. You'll find everything from established neighborhoods to golf course communities to gated neighborhoods. Many of the buyers who love Pinellas County want more choices, end up seriously considering Palm Harbor. Next, I'm going to talk about Oldsmar and Land O'Lakes. These are two areas that often surprise buyers because Land O'Lakes is so close to the Tampa Bay. It actually sits right on the top of the Tampa Bay, and it's one of the most convenient cities in this area as far as getting around town. Now, Land O'Lakes has grown tremendously over the last several years and is a popular choice for buyers that are looking for newer homes and more value for their money. Neither gets much attention as some of the other towns on the list, but they're both worth considering depending on your goals. Now, I'm going to talk about Plant City. If you have been watching relocation videos thinking, I don't want to live like in a giant subdivision, then this one may be for you. Plant City is probably the closest thing you'll find to old Florida while still being in reach of Tampa. Plant City is known for the Strawberry Festival. Plant City has managed to hold on to its small town identity despite the growth happening throughout the Tampa region. Here you will find more land, you'll find less traffic, you'll find a slower pace of life, and a community that still feels connected. For some, it's too quiet, but for others, it's exactly what they've been searching for. If you're moving from a rural area and simply want more space or less congestion, I think we should look in Plant City. It definitely deserves a look. So, my final thoughts. What's the best small town near Tampa? That depends on what kind of lifestyle you want. If you want walkability, we're going to look at Dunedin. If you want quiet charm, we're going to look at Safety Harbor. If you want space, we're going to look at Lutz or Odessa. And if you want convenience, we're going to be in Palm Harbor, Oldsmar, or Land O'Lakes. Those may all be great fits for you. If you want old Florida charm, Plant City should absolutely be on our radar. The biggest relocation mistake I see buyers making is choosing a house online before they choose their lifestyle. The right community can completely change your experience living in the Tampa Bay. If you're planning to move to the Tampa Bay, whether you're 6 months out or 6 weeks out, reach out. My team and I help people relocate here every single day, and we would be happy to help you figure out which area fits your lifestyle, budget, and long-term goals the best. And if you're researching a move to Tampa, make sure you subscribe because every week I share what's really going on in the Tampa Bay, including the pros and cons and things that most people don't learn until after they move here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.